Good evening, everybody, and happy Fantasy Star Friday. Also, happy stream anniversary day. 1 year as affiliate. Man, does time fly. Tonight, we are joined by BluesEclipse. We are doing a ring hunt race. The flag set is ring hunt. Hey, Lazimir. So we got to find the 5 rings. So basically, this is like Fantasy Star version of Shang-Chi, or as Cerberus called it, Shang-Chaz. And we are starting with the flute, starting with the foil, and there's no classes on this seed. So this should be actually pretty interesting. These rings could literally be anywhere. And Blues, are you pretty well ready to go?
I am absolutely ready to go.
All right. I'm getting to the start screen now. Do you want to count us in?
Absolutely. Let me know when you're on that start screen.
I'm on the start screen.
All right, we can start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. Perfect. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about this team. I mean, it's okay. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Starting off quick. There we go. Starting off really quick, we actually... Oop, I don't want to grab that. We're going to go to Sealand first.
I feel like this team needs more androids.
More androids for sure. Actually, no. I'm just kidding. This is non-classes, so androids can't be healed. They're a real nightmare to work with, so I'm actually quite okay with not having them.
I'd still rather have them.
Okay, what do we got for spells? Perfect. I'm not okay with that. I'm good with that. That's okay. Oh, okay, well... Could be better. And I'm okay with that to start. So this is basically going to be about getting through checks methodically and in the most efficient way possible while trying to keep up with the rest of the seed. Because ring hunts, you have absolutely no indication of where they might be. Oop, I don't want that. Don't want that either. I don't know if it's my controller, but like, it's been so touchy lately with flinking. I guess not. You can plan a little better when you have an idea of where you're going, but flying in blind kind of helps you focus on execution. So that's super helpful. And of course, being in a very high pressure race situation, right? Already? Oh boy. Well, good enough. I guess that means I should probably do that. That's fine. Give that to you. Yep. And that's fine too. Okay. Really? You find it more entertaining? I'm partial to provided there's a Demi in the party. I disagree wholeheartedly, sir. Oh, you know what? Crap. I am probably gonna go do this first because of thing. Because of reasons. Because reasons, I'm gonna do this. Get out of the way. The end boss is the NPCs, am I right? There we go. Provided there isn't... Yeah, that's right. This is the No Demi Club. Okay, now we're off. So because this is a race situation, I can't really talk about where I'm going or why. But I can make sort of color commentary on what I find. In very vague, suggestive, neat, cool.
And you have no idea how frustrating that is from my end here, just to hear those little comments, be thinking, okay, where did he go?
It's, okay. It's called metagaming.
Yeah, I was about to say, that brings up the question of, okay, how much of that are you doing just to mess with me?
Oh, you will never have any idea. But quite a bit. Or just be like, oh, that stinks. That's no good. Why did I get that? Oh boy. Darn. I probably don't need it, but I'll take it specifically for selling fodder. Cool. Fly, Eagles, fly. What's happening, friends? I sure did. Absolutely. I went to the hideout first, actually. We got the moon dust there. Okay. I'll take that, actually. Actually, I can't. So, we do have to do a little bit of this. Oh, the dark matter? No, that's something else. That's something else entirely. Yeah, you absolutely do, because I want to race you too eventually at some point someday. Sort of. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Oh, that was a different check. Yes. The blackjack tables in the back of the casino, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's where the dark matter was. We had to go there first. Okay, well, there's that. You definitely stepped foot in the wrong game. Who are you? Why am I here? What's going on? Come on, Seed. You got something for me, don't you? And I don't mean Seed as the location. How even dare you, Fly Eagles Fly? Final Fantasy? Ugh. I don't want to get it on my hands. Actually, I probably should do this. There we go. Yeah, Cerberus, I wasn't too pleased when I first saw it either. So there's that. Not thrilled. Needs more Rosa? Maybe. Okay. Actually, no. Stop. Go. No. Oh, boy. I mean, I'm not going to complain. That's definitely okay. Still not what I wanted to see specifically. Come on. Okay, well, I'm alright with this. So, what we're gonna do is go do the thing in the location that shall remain nameless. We need to set up... I think you had it. That's fine. That's fine. Ooh. That should be okay. I come to see a guy about a thing.
Okay.
Oh. Well, what do you know? Right. Okay. We're gonna have a problem very shortly. Oh, thank you. Perfect. Ooh. Okay. You have... No. Do you? No. Okay. Fine. Don't tell me you have it. Oh, are you kidding? Okay, well, alright. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's something? Can't rely on that, so we'll just rely on that for now. I see them too. Okay. So we'll do this. You came to see a guy about a ring? Me too. He didn't have one, though. Cerberus, you need to start things off with a joke. There's a severe lack of jokes happening lately. And I think you're to blame. Okay, should be good. Oh, you don't have it. Uh-oh. Then why would... Interesting, if true. Okay. We'll leave you to do that, and we'll do that. Actually, I could probably do the other thing. Maybe. It might work out. We'll definitely take the buff, though. Yeah, hit the guy. Yeah. Guy who's strong to fire. Let's do that thing. We'll try this. I do have a thing. Not that thing, but I have a thing. I knew it. I had a feeling. But we'll try it again. He's gonna flail you a boot, eh? Oh, your Canadian is showing. Haha. So does he just not? Huh. Okay. Then I'm not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna do that. You're gonna do that. I guess I'll take that. Yeah. And that. Because if we did our homework, this is not a bad spot. Oh, no, you're gonna do that too. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. So you are... Alright. That's one thing I was kind of worried about, but it's actually not a non-issue at this point.
So are you at 3 or 4 rings right now?
Oh, I've got all 5. I'm edge diving right now.
Ah, fair.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. So far, I've got a certain amount.
I think we can both agree that we both have a non-zero amount.
I can certainly agree with that. Am I going to give it to you? No, you know what? I'll give it to you. This is fine. We definitely have a non-zero amount. Chat knows. Chat can see it. But we're not going to tell Blues, are we? Everybody's just feeding you information on the side. Quick, go here. This is where Captain went. Who?
Yeah, it would be impressive if they were feeding me information when I'm not even live.
That would be very impressive. This is a terrible spot for this. I don't like it. Take it back. Take it back. But... And... Ooh! Piece of candy. Okay, so that's a thing now. I'm going to go here. And yes. We'll worry about that after. I'm gonna go here. And do... Aw, I didn't want to do that. Oh my god. Blues is gonna get a jump on me. I made an error. And on the these like ring hunts, proper tracking is also important.
Tracking is always important.
Always important, but especially now. So like, did I do that thing? Did I
have
not?
to admit, I'm having to refamiliarize myself with manual tracking.
Oh god, isn't it awful?
My auto tracking on Final Fantasy.
Isn't it awful? I like from playing ALTTPR yesterday, enjoying the auto tracking to this with the manual tracking is like, oh, I'm so spoiled. I'm so spoiled. Quick, somebody write a script. Okay, all right. I'm okay with this.
We'll get the auto tracking when we get multi-world capability.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. We were talking about that the other day. I know it's obviously very far off, if at all.
Yeah.
But that's all I would play in a multi-world situation.
Yeah.
Aw, come on. Okay, we've got... Oh, and you... Alright, this changes everything. We're going to definitely do that, because I'm going to need that. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. You're not going to be able to do sweet nothing. Okay. Ow. Ow. Oh, this was... I made... Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. But I learned we can now change this. Thanks, Mara. What's going on, friendo? Who's the best mod ever? You know what? We can just limit that with that.
Meanwhile, I'm fighting the worst boss in the game.
Yeah. That's me.
Inventory boss is always a pain.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, me. I am. What level am I? 68, and I should be fine. But I just wasn't. Yeah, Streamiversary. 1 year as an affiliate. Man, does time absolutely fly. Sometimes. Chicken fajitas. Yum. I had leftover cold pizza. You know, bachelor life. Hashtag bachelor life. Excuse me. Ooh. No, you can keep that. But I definitely want that. And you can have... Oh, you know what? That's fine. You're probably... Maybe... No, because actually... You're not. You need... That. And that. Raj should... Can have neither? Okay. Alright. This is fine. I agree with you. That's why I only have pizza probably once every, like, 2-3 weeks. Just one of those things. Crap, so I'll probably have to amend my pathing a little bit. The other white meat? The 6 food group pizza? Okay. I will allow that to happen, because we need that. Oh, the inventory monster. Absolutely.
Yeah, such a pain.
Especially you probably did like me and just bought like a whole whack ton of them at some point. And then realized that, oh, I don't really need them.
I did indeed bought something.
Bought something. Yeah. Well, it just means I can be a little bit more liberal with them. For the moment. Okay.
And then the other thing is I have to remember which armor pieces come from which locations with the amber eyes.
I do want that. You have that. You will take that. You can have that and that. There we go. You want pretzels? What do you want pretzels for? I heard Pete has some pretzels. You know my friend Pete? Pete Za. Get it? Yeah, I know. Get off the stage. Stop. God. Get some help. Stop. Get help. You know, like the meme. Admira. This guy right here. I know this guy. So handsome and funny. Charming. I'm actually none of these things. Interesting, if true. Alright. Okay. That was sort of a bust. Make a cardigan? Is it a Zelda cardigan? Come on. Okay. We'll have to come back for the thing at a later thing.
I'm not able to do the thing, huh?
I couldn't do a thing. It was too much for me. Couldn't handle it. Oh my god, it's so scurry. Hi. Ha! That's a funny for a lot of reasons, actually. I'm really okay with what just happened there.
Huh.
Yeah, I set my ads to the lowest possible amount. But you know how you stop ads, right, Mara? You stop stream, close the browser, and walk away. Ha! Get it? Oh, it's changed. Okay. Okay. You, okay, that's fine. That's not going to do anything. Actually, that might actually work out in my favor. This one? And that's not going to do anything either, so you might as well just... Oh, nice! It hit! My amazing stream schedule? What's so amazing about it? Really? I stream when I can. Very inconsistent. I know you were being sarcastic. I understand.
Hey, listen!
I'm listening. My posture's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. There. I'm untrimmed. Okay. Alright. Boy. I haven't been here in so long because it's just never needed. That could be one of a few places, by the way.
Yeah. It very well could.
This music, though. Should check at least one. Oh, great. Something I just didn't need. Oh, buddy. All right. You're basic. Your face is basic. Okay, 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 okay. Definitely want you to have that. Because... yeah, I think so. I forgot to, that's okay. We're right here. Bet you walking was probably faster than that, but that's okay. Alright, come on, Lady Luck. Pretty sure she hates me and never wants to talk to me again, though. Ain't that something? Stop giving those to me, please. Come on, game. I thought we were friends. Yeah, exactly. This is icky. Icky-ish. And that's the reason why. Take that. You can actually do that. You can do that. And that. Oh, okay. Less icky. No, it's fine, Lazimir. Just time-wise, right? Oh, no. Go back. There we go. Yeah, I figured. Alright, Grids, you can sit this one out. You're benched. Probably this last round, I think. Nope. That means I'm probably gonna have to do that thing. Man, I wasn't even close. There we go. Okay. Is this even randomized?
Yes, it is.
Oh. Oh, okay. I was just checking. It's just making sure. Just making sure. Okay. All right. I can respect this. Take care of that real quick. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. Yeah. Now we just kind of go through the motions. Actually, you could probably even just do that. That's still kind of hurt. But obviously not nearly as much if we didn't land that thing. Yeah. Okay. Damn, now I'm even more wondering what's next. I think. Yeah. Hey, Kale, what's happening, my friend? Thanks for stopping by. What are you up to? I believe somebody leaked the secret to destroying the universe the other day. I'm hoping you didn't read it. Because I kind of like the universe how it is. At the moment. Sadly did not see that. Excellent. Oh. I'm okay with this. What's new and exciting, dude? I think we're gonna check. Okay. That was a good call. Now I feel I'm set. For the most part. Like gear-wise. Not, you know what I'm saying. I'm set gear-wise. Not quite. Not quite. If you notice, we're playing a ring hunt, and we're racing against BluesEclipse. Okay.
Yep.
Guess that's my next.
I honestly
objective.
have no idea whether I'm in a good position in this race or not, but
Oh, nobody does. Like I said, one right check, and you have everything while one person's still hunting. So it's just one of those things where you just never know. Where are we at here? Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. Slacker. Uh-huh. You get in here and play then, Mr. Kale. You're right, I am slacking. Gotten quite rusty over the, the last several weeks of not playing. Yeah. Definitely feel that. It's fine. Lynn Carius, thank you so much for the sub, my friend. Really, really appreciate it. Oh, you missed it. Yeah, you missed some of it. You're still good, though. I really appreciate you, dude. No. Non-classes. So ring hunt, no class. Start with flute, start with foil. So it's just a scavenger hunt, basically. How's work tonight? No map rando? That sounds about right. Quiet so far? That's good. We take those. Yeah, also, congrats on your time on the weekly, dude. That's epic. Lynn wasted me by like 6 minutes. Unreal. You and I have to have a grudge match sometime soon. Are you working all weekend, or what's going on with that? Made a map rendo for CV2R. Nice. Yeah, you definitely routed it way better. Oh, it's your work weekend. Okay. That's epic, man. Hey! Okay. No, stop. Do that. There we go. Do that so he doesn't hit as hard. Okay. I think we're fine with that. Missed. Fine. Be that way. Yeah, I'll take some Kentucky Fried Rappy.
Oh, we must be in the same spot then.
Uh-oh. You found our Lord of Terror as well?
Yes.
Nice. Map knowledge, map knowledge. I did kill that poor bird. You're absolutely correct. Ah, crap. I guess really there's only... I don't know. Oh, I guess I could... Probably should have done that first, to be perfectly honest, but it's okay. That's not what I want to do. I want to do that. Let us all have a moment of silence for our poor fallen bird. Ow. Stop it. Under normal circumstances, I probably wouldn't do this. What am I doing? But I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna make the choice.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, and see, I went to garbage before I went to AC in that run, just because out of principle, really. Just straight out of principle. But, yeah, but I think that was my downfall because that added... Actually, running... If you skipped garbage... So just... Okay. Yeah, so that difference probably is what made up that 5-6 minutes. Yeah, okay. So here's the other thing too. With Lashik being at Courage, I went at him at level 32, but I just couldn't get past him because he just was being stubborn and wouldn't not use another gate, which kept wiping my party. But I tried it maybe about 4 or 5 times, and then like stubbornly kept trying when I probably should have just did my grind since I had to anyway and went back. And that probably would have saved me a boatload of time. But, you know, I just didn't think of it. Oh, come on. Okay. I made the choice. Now I gotta live with it. Actually. True, but the soldiers fight, who was there again? I can't remember. That's what I want to do. DF1. Oh, right. Yeah, so it was pretty well just an easy fight. It was actually probably your best possible scenario. Okay. Fun. Game, don't hurt me. Oh, right! Okay. I'll have to go there next. I'm pretty sure at this point we're both looking for the same thing, unless we're not. Then I don't know. Yeah, I always love to see TF1 at Soldiers. It's, I mean, he's really my favorite boss to see at any of the stupid locations, like Courage or Soldiers or Garbage. Mind you, Garbage 9 out of 10 times isn't all that bad. Okay. Yeah. I will agree with that. Haha. Take that. That's fine. We'll take that. Actually, no, you've got that. You can have that. See if we can get that to hit. You can take that and that. Nope. I tried. Ow. Let's try one more time. You can have that and that. Yeah, that didn't tickle. Missed again. Bye. Does anyone have... Oh, you do. Okay, good. We can just do a little swapsies. Yeah, that hurt a little. Au revoir. Ooh, just. You'll love to see it. Okay. Do the thing. Bye. Of course. I have a feeling, and my feelings are always good. Get it? I don't think you got it. I feel you guys didn't get it. My feelings are always good. Oh, come on, Lasimir. You're being a little tad dramatic. That's right, Cerberus. That's right. It's the... I can't say it. I'll say it later. It's the one. The one. Can I? Maybe you can do that thing. You can't do that. You can't do that. Sure. Exactly. Lynn, thank you. It did work. Okay, cool. So I can do that thing. Bye. Okay, that's fair. Because I remember them not always working. Or not, yeah. It's fine though. We're good. Yeah, that's what I remembered. All these subtle changes that I keep constantly forgetting about. Maybe I should read the patch notes once in a while. That would probably help. Yeah.
Why would you do a thing like that?
Seriously, nobody reads the patch notes. Come on. That's like reading an instruction manual. That's just plain silly. That's crazy talk. There's patch... Yes, Lazimera, there's patch notes. Oh, this is simple. Or not. Or not. Can we land, please? No? Fine. We'll still try again, but we're definitely still going to... maybe that? That's not gonna do no... Oh. It should be fine. Yeah, there we go. Keep it. Yep, that's 100. Yep, he needed that. Needed it, needed it, needed it. Man alive. Okay. Getting trolled here. Yes, when you download the randomizer, it now comes with a big write-up on how everything works and what everything does and what's changed. Again, like an instruction manual that nobody reads. You probably should read this, especially if you're starting out. This is good. This is a good thing. Just like Martha Stewart says, it's a good thing. Lazimera, I'm going to tie you to this chat room and force you to listen to my jokes. And then I'm going to get Cerberus in on it too. And then you're really going to be in for it. Nobody jokes like Cerberus jokes. Yeah, it's punny time. I love that motion. Yes, you got it right the second time. So now there's only two. This guy's not PH funny. You're wrong, actually. I am. That's huge. Okay. Okay. It's a big hit. Wow. That was close. Yes, Lazimera? You were... You were thinking something? Never mind. It's okay. It's always okay. Another one bites the dust. And another one down. I don't need that. Or that. But I do, however, need that. So I think that's everything. I mean, Like,
You're kitted out with his gear.
yeah. There are rules and conventions to this. Okay. I have a feeling. Both those things are true. Basically, Mara, it's no hints, no help, and yeah. Go home, you're drunk. You know what? You can do that. You can do that. You can do that. And you can do that. Essentially, yes. Only poking fun of the streamer and dad jokes allowed during races. That's fair. Completely fair. I get it. Par for the course, yep. Basically. Poking fun at the streamer is allowed. By specialty, you mean you do it often, not that you're good at it. But the streamer can poke back. That's how it goes. Oh my god. I'm glad that I can't hear you say that. I didn't start it. Mara did. She started it. But, Mom... Okay. If you two don't stop, I'm going to turn this car around and there's going to be no Cape Canaveral for anybody. It's my Phantasy Star shirt for Phantasy Star Friday. I've been there once. You've been to Cape Canaveral? That's awesome. So I'm assuming you went there to watch a rocket launch. That'd be cool. That's something I think I'd like to see in person at least once. It's... So being a DSLR, it's got a wider field of view. I have it trimmed a little bit, but there's... Unless I zoom in... Zoom... I crop out a lot of the background, though. So I don't know. It's kind of like a... You know. Is someone... No, I don't, actually. I do not drive a Mazda. I have a Ford Fusion Energy plug-in hybrid. Yes, pretty lights and background. Ow. Ooh. Okay. Hits. Do you have anything that I want to use? Not particularly. You need to do that, and you can try that. Yeah, basically. And I figured that wasn't going to work. Ugh. This is nasty. Just nasty. Yeah. Okay, fine. And let's get one thing straight. It's not that I'm green, not that I mind green people and being green is good. You know, reduce, reuse, and recycle and whatnot. It's just I'm very cheap and I don't want to pay for gas. So if I can drive around, plus I charge the car at work for free, so if I can drive around for free, I'm going to do it.
I am just going to say, I have a massive grin on my face right now after what I just did.
I'm not happy with you. I'm not happy with you. I have a feeling I know what you're talking about, and if that's the case, then less money sent to Ontario Hydro. Yeah, well, technically that's true. Somebody else pays for it, but damn you, Ontario. Oh no. I suddenly feel pressure. Yeah, and that's why I was saying ring hunts can literally go any direction. It really doesn't matter how seasoned you are or how many seeds you played. There's 5 rings. Just gotta find them.
And then, of course, there's Profound Darkness, which PD3 is
Well,
always the great equalizer.
The great equalizer, absolutely. That is her nickname. Ring hunt is pure luck. No, you can. Oh, I gotta take it. Oh, you son of a jerk. Well, okay, not 100% pure luck. Is this even randomized? Like, obviously, there's still execution and... Take that. And that. And that. And that. Ow. Quit it. Actually, I think physical might do more. Let's try. Not really, though. You're in go mode, aren't you?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh. Because that's what I was thinking.
No.
Whew. Feel a little less pressure. Little. Just a little. Okay, come on. Do the thing. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I mean, good, but... No, stop. Now there's only one thing I don't want to see. Just the one. I know. It's gonna be, isn't it? He who shall not be named. In location who shall not be named. Make it so, number one. Engage. Alright, survey says I'm okay with this. Mostly. Come on. There we go. Haha. I outdid you. Oh, right. It's redacted. Yeah. Okay. We'll hit you for in the meantime until I can figure out if this will work. No, not 100%, and it's more annoying than anything. It should, it just might take a couple of... Might take a couple of tries. Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna go for broke. So we're gonna do that. That was not close. Yes, Lynn. Yes. It very much was. I was pretty happy about that. Okay, I'm down. And you're out of that. Okay. Oh, I have the other thing. Right. Ow. I need to... Do you have it? You do. Okay, good.
Oh, this is convenient.
Is it? You
Yes.
sure? That. Ha! Really? Come on. Yeah. Ow. Quit it. Ow. Quit it.
Hey, listen.
I'm listening. Because Navi. Well, yeah. Oof. It's getting picked on. Fine. Does that count as a hint? I hate my life. Yes, I did. I hate my life. You're not wrong. See, it was out of principle. It was going so promising, too. What, Oh, right. It is hard to notice because the animation's so long. But you can usually tell by, you know, that slight amount of lag that isn't there. Oh, that's gonna hit like a freight train. It's gonna be amazing.
I'm now wondering just what you found.
Not what I found, more or less just what I did.
Ah.
Do that, because, you know, awesome. We'll do that. We'll do that. And we'll do that. Oh yeah. Well, that too, for sure. Especially after these wear out, or run out, I should say. Stop, that tickled. Ready, wait for it. That wasn't as impressive. Wasn't as impressive as I thought it would be, but I also don't think we critted, so. That's a little better. But I think that's all we're getting out of them. Which is still not bad. Oh, there we go. We cracked the 400 barrier. Stop it, that tickles. Alright, magic bat time. Kneecaps. Well, again. And survey says... Survey says go mode. Of course that would be there. It's always in the last place you look.
I am still not in go mode yet.
Which one are you looking for?
Algo.
I actually don't remember where that was. Oh, you found motoring. Motoring was my go mode. Out of principle.
Yeah.
I mean, you understand, right? You had that advantage. If you would have found Algo Ring, you would have been in go mode a long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
But it's just Motoring is the one where I mentioned I just had that big grin on my face.
Yeah, I figured as much. I figured you found it, and I was like, I'm screwed. And I was like, well, I know where he found it. But yeah. I mean, I had that feeling. Yeah. Okay, we're diving the edge, but who knows? Like, I've got levels and gear, but I mean, PD3 can be just mean. Wow, Cerberus, you're getting them all, eh? Yikes. I think you're being a little premature, Cerberus. But thank you. Okay, we're going to do that, and that. Then we are going to, do we have any single target anything? I don't think so. Yeah, I do. Okay. I do. You have that. I don't want to do that. That's fine. So then we're going to do that. And then we're going to do... You don't have it. But you do.
I just, at this point, am very much hoping I don't last location this.
I last located the motor ring. All right. How many cancelings? 1 to 5. Get your votes in.
7.
7. Yeah, that's what you're hoping for, aren't you? Hey, thanks for the vote of confidence. And what's going on, first time chatter? Welcome to the stream. We're racing BluesEclipse in a ring hunt for our Phantasy Star 4 randomizer. Actually, I'm gonna second macro. So we got a 2 and a 4 for cancelings. Generally, 4 is usually the upper limit, although I have seen 5 cancelings, but it is very, very rare. It does not happen often. Okay, so we're gonna swing the bat. And then we're going to do that. Now that that's happened, we're going to go all out. Ow. Okay. Res macro. Getting outturned somehow with Saner up. That's a little scary.
And there's my go mode.
Hey, attaboy. All right. What's your levels like?
Let's see. 36s and 38s. Easy enough.
Yeah, you might have to gain a level or 2 before you start ripping through. No, you're... That's fine.
Yeah, it's just I happen to know that Life Deleter did in fact show up as a boss.
I don't think so. Specifically because of the 3-part fight, I don't... What's that?
I fought it. I fought it at a boss spot.
Ooh. I probably should have done was healed, but here we are. What are you gonna do? Please no another gate. Although distortion hurt a lot. Thank you. TP levels are okay. Yeah, I'm gonna... Yeah, well, they maybe. I don't think so. Oh, here we go. Best music in the game. PD3 fight. Ow. Hey, Jeff, what's happening, my friend? Welcome to the end of the race where I last located the last ring that I needed, and I think Jeff was like, it was an overall blanket statement. Just leaving work? How's your day, dude? Yeah, you know what? You can just go ahead and do that. That's good. Glad you had a good day, dude. Yeah, we're gonna Ataraxia. I need the TP because Han is starting to run low. Canceling number 1. Barrier's back up though. We're safe. Outturned on the just before the Saner went up, so that's still fine. Should be able to Ataraxia Nassar one more time. That should last us for pretty far into this fight. Okay, back up to full strength. Well, except for Vision's not up, but I'm okay with that. This fight's such a breeze when all the right macros are up. Well, again, not a breeze. I shouldn't say that. In fact, now I jinxed myself, and now it's going to go badly. Okay. Let's wake you back up. And you're the one who got slowed down. That's... When the healer loses the Saner buff, that's kind of terrifying, to say the least. I'm going to say we're coming to the end in the next 2 to 3 turns.
Okay.
Turn 1. As long as I don't get canceled. Single target. Turn 2. Turn 2. GG's, my friends. 137.05 for a full clear ring hunt with a fairly decent PD fight. Thanks for the GG's, everybody. 1 canceling. Can definitely not ask for anything better than that. I was never outturned. Except for on DFPD1 for some strange reason. I'm not sure what happened there. I had the Saner buff up, but yet they decided, you know what, we're going to go first. Screw your team. Especially at level 41.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm just diving into the edge myself.
You're diving in yourself. GG's. But you know what? Honestly, you're just diving now. You're only a few minutes behind me. Like,
yeah.
If you have a pretty good PD fight, you could be done in 6 minutes, especially with the damage output of this team. You found the Victory Axe?
No.
Okay, so you didn't go to AC?
Nope.
Okay. That's still a very, very, very good time. I was getting really worried there. When you started laughing, I was like, oh no. Blues found the motor ring.
Especially when we had that conversation beforehand about how I even said, yeah, a lot of people just hate going to Garberg. I don't mind it.
Yep.
And then vindication.
I knew right then and there. That's what happened. Oh boy. Does it look like... What's Sony doing? We're gonna send you all off to Sony Gray Station. He's the grayest station there is. Very nice guy. He's playing some, oh, he's playing Ocarina of Time. That's always a play. Oh, he's playing Zooter. It looks like he's playing the Rando. We'll all go say hello to Sony. Happy Fantasy Star Friday, everybody. Take care of yourselves. And we'll see you next time.